Once we get to the point, and that's certainly the case once we get past 80%, and assuming, and this is an important development that needs to take place between now and then, is home quarantine needs to be a viable and widespread option for people who are travelling overseas and returning. Indeed, people who are overseas and have been vaccinated with the vaccines that are recognised in Australia. For that to occur, then we need to get these home quarantine models up and running in states and territories across the country. Now that means that people will be able to, in states that aren't locking others out, those states who have moved into those thresholds, there will be the opportunity for people to go and travel and return to Australia and quarantine at home. That people in those states who are overseas can come back to Australia. And the caps that are on flights coming into those places that have got into that zone that aren't locking others out, they'll be able to receive more and more, and that will be a big change. And you know, in many states, when I think of states like South Australia, for example, and I discussed this with Premier Marshall yesterday, and he's a strong supporter of the National Plan because he knows South Australia will need the students to come back. South Australia will need the skilled migrants to come back. South Australia will need to be connecting up with all of those things that enable their economy to be successful. And it's important, whether it's the tourists, the students, the skilled workers, the connection with the rest of the world, the trade that comes from that. All of that is essential to Australia's future prosperity in whatever state you live in this country. And that's why the National Plan is so important. The National Plan connects us together again as Australians and connects us to the world again and enables Australia to secure our future in the COVID world.